into the podium place for the first time. Well, we didn't get the start on the first couple laps he wanted. Starting ninth, he's been pushed back to 11th as the race leader. There is Valentino Rossi. You can see that box on the left-hand side of your tower. Still in that 10th place. It's as though for the two factory Ducatis ahead of him, Quartararo. Miller was wide through four. What's going on with the front end? 6, Nakagami's season ends in gravel. And Bagnaia versus Rins and Mir. It's a factory Ducati in terms of it's a Lego Bagnaia who retaliates immediately.
The tale of Alex Rins. He's class when he's in the mood. If I had hair, I would pull it out because of Alex Rins. Regrouped after a few iffy opening laps, the number 43.
Yeah, I wonder whether Jorge Martin's ability to deal with this pressure, because we've seen him so often this year deal with this kind of pressure.
By the way, at the moment he's still in 10th. He's lapping just as quick as these guys out front. Exactly the same lap time as Pecco Bagnaia last time around as well. And as we go across the line, we will complete lap 7 with 20 to go.
Yeah, Martin, the 1:31.7, so he lost a couple of tenths to Rins and the other two Ducatis ahead of him on that last lap. Rossi's got comfort.
And at the moment, he's holding strong. Rossi did just put in his personal best lap of the race of 31.7.
One line, it's quite hard to overtake, which it is. But Enea Bastianini just making light work of some
classic line. Pecco Bagnaia now, every single circuit is P1 or P2. Before this weekend, Pecco Bagnaia, behind him, still Jack Miller.
I think Rossi might have been picked off by the top speed of the Ducati there, Bastianini in the run down to first quarters. Getting there is one thing, passing them is a completely different ballgame.
Max Biaggi, of course, keeping
him when he was a 125cc rider. I mean, those two, certainly from Rossi's perspective, they're
fourth place. Bagnaia and Rins, wow, both of them get fastest laps of 31.261 for Rins, the fast
half a second, 7/10 of a second behind. Bagnaia was very, very strong there, wasn't he, through turn 3?
He's lining up a move, isn't he, Pecco Bagnaia? To pick up the pieces as well, should it go wrong?
Yeah, a bit of a conundrum here for Alex Rins, because how the heck does he find...
Jorge Martin it is that still leads, but rather impatiently, Pecco Bagnaia
on to that top 3. Let's see what the lap times are as they come over the line now. Jorge Martin, the pole man.
3 times, who many?
Have we said this in 2021? Alex Rins in 3rd place. Yeah, I mean, is that related to a bit of front tyre pressure, being stuck behind the two Ducatis as well? That might be something to back. He's put Mir now in the top 3.
Yeah, and he's put Mir in a position where it's him versus the Ducatis as they come through turn 1, then Jorge Martin it is.
You said about throwing that opportunity away, because Alex Rins, I had him down for the win, even up until... one thing I'm watching now is Mir. You know how he dropped back? He's so... I didn't know whether he was dropping back or he's...
First corner, of course, these are identical spec engines, the DP21. And again, Martin,
too risky.
So
now, he's not close enough to have a look into turn 6, just behind a 10th gained by Juan on lap 12.
Yeah, this will be his fastest ever race around Valencia, that's for sure. To snare the signature of Valentino Rossi away from HRC at the end of 2003. Valentino Rossi would see a seismic change in the power in Motogp back in 2004.
Right, the dynamic Jack Miller with him. This is an excellent recovery from Jack Miller, because it did not look like it was going to plan
start to next season if he's to convince Suzuki management that he's the man to take them for another 2 years forward.
Yeah, I complete to turn 1. That time around, they're all pretty similar lap times. Miller, the fastest man on that lap.
Twisty, but very punishing for rear tyres. And I just wonder whether Jack was a bit reluctant to push hard early on and then run out of grip.
To the action as well.
Now the Martin's going to pick up some crucial slipstream here as well, but Bagnaia is so good, which is a lot easier said than done.
Great move,
yeah, lovely.
From Pecco Bagnaia, nice and clean as well. Mir, keep your eyes on the lap time here of the number 63. There's 11 laps to go, and Bagnaia crosses the line. That is the fastest race lap that we've ever seen around Valencia. I think that beats Marc Marquez from Marquez, Miguel Oliveira 14th, Iker Lecuona at the moment taking the final point. Binder at the moment, 8th place for Binder. That error on the opening lap has cost him.
Someone is going to have to be strong at the start of next successful touch of 2021, where he looked like a title contender in the first third of the championship, didn't he?
You have to feel sorry for Juan Mir. Just to go when they cross the line next. And it looks like Martin might have just made up a tiny bit more time again. Let's check with the lap times. That was coming. Mir then finally has to relinquish the final podium spot. Now, what can Miller do with some clear air? Because he's got
the numbers in terms of the bikes next year for Ducati, but it's the talent that's on top of those motorcycles as well. It's going to be 21. We have never, since they first competed in the Premier Class back in 2003, had a Ducati.
Well, they're all in, aren't they, these guys? The pressure is off, and Martin wants personal glory. It is going to be a bit of a weapon, I think, next year. Jorge Martin.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. I hope time here is about to drop over a second behind Jack Miller in 3rd place. He's 2.5 seconds now behind Motion. What a shot that is.
He's world champion for a good reason last year, and still, look how close he's got now. This is the closest he's been for a couple of laps. Jorge Martin at P1. Further back, Miller still 1.1 seconds down on Jorge Martin. Make that 1 second.
He's 20 world champion. There was Gigi Dall'Igna looking on the Ducati Corsa general manager. What a job he's done this year.
A 31-1 from the Australian. At the moment, Valentino Rossi's holding firm. 10th place.
That'll be a close relationship behind the scenes.
And this would be a real twist to come. Has Bagnaia also now broken Jorge Martin, because he's almost half a second clear of the Spaniard.
Victory, and then he was on the podium again in Portimao, so this is a typical end-of-season flourish here from Jack Miller. Is he going to run out of time?
But there's only 5 laps left here in Valencia for the final race done,
because this is history beckoning for the Bologna factory. They have never had in their history. Just saw they're down in the factory Ducati garage. They're one and only Motogp world champion in 2.
The quicker of the 3 Ducatis in 3rd. The gap now down to 6 tenths between this man on your screen. This result would mean that the Ducati Lenovo team would ease to the team championship here in Valencia. The same lap times as Joan Mir in 4th. He's in the 31.7 still in 10th place with 4 laps to go. Slightly wide. That might just offer Miller an extra half a tenth.
There's only the top 6 on that last lap that were faster than Valentino.
Yeah, the gap looks big enough, doesn't it? Back to Martin. Could be just a battle for second coming up here. There's going to be 3. A 31.3 for Bagnaia. Excellently done. Mir is in a little bit of bother. Joan Mir is in bother with 3 Ducatis.
It looks like Bagnaia's got this one covered. What about the battle for second place?
Bagnaia 8 tenths clear now of Martin. It's just a matter of who finishes second, because Jack Miller, he missed 4 rounds earlier on in the year, but full credit to Bastianini at the same time.
Scary next year if Bagnaia back.
31.2 at this stage of the race for the South African.
Quickest man on circuit is Binder. He's going to run out of time to take that 6.
Valentino Rossi, who is still in 10th place.
For one of times, so mentally draining and physically draining, that horrible crash in Portimao months, and he's put up a great fight here for the last victory of the season in Valencia. It looks like he's running out of steam in turn
to turn 1 now. He's very strong on the exit of turn 1. Will he make a move into turn 2? And further back, about
6,000 kilometres in his Grand Prix career. Quite an appropriate number.
Just 4
to go. Can you
moment in the background there? Quartararo's getting close enough to make a move on Joan Mir for 4th as well.
Lost him the chance to afford his teammate Pecco Bagnaia here for the win.
It's not turn 11 either for Jack Miller. He closed on this final lap on Bagnaia, but it looks like he's got everything under control.
It's going to be a memorable day for Italian MotoGP.
Is made here in Valencia. Bagnaia wins, and it's a Ducati. 1, 2, 3, and Ronaldo. Fantastic scenes here for Ducati as well. What a memorable day. Bagnaia, wow.